पेरेंट्स कैसे करने देते हैं, तुम लड़कों के साथ क्रिकेट खेलते हो, तुम बाइक चलाती हो, हाउ इज दिस पॉसिबल? द एरा वाज वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट एंड पे उतनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं थी.
So you switched from corporate,
Right.
right? You had to let go of some of the things when you got
Right.
married. How did you feel back then? So as you said, you felt guilty. Do you think that men also go through the same feeling when they return home late from work? So Nupur, women back then, if they were told no for something, it was like a stern no for them. There was no ifs and buts. यार आजकल भी हमसे पूछा जा रहा
खाना बनाना आता है.
है. It's an absolute delight to welcome you today, Nupur.
Thank you so much, Smriti. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you feeling today?
I am feeling great and super excited for the show.
I'm very excited to delve into this topic with you and learn so much.
Look forward.
So, today we're going to talk about a topic that is very close to our hearts, the hidden desires and talents of Indian women. So, Nupur, you're a perfect example of someone who's pursued their passion despite the societal expectations. What can you tell us about your journey? What ignited this passion for biking?
First of all, Smriti, thank you so much for bringing me on this platform. I'm glad to be here, sharing my story and my journey with all the viewers. So I would say I think passion is the fire that fuels our purpose. And if I start from the beginning, when I was a child and when I was like in my teens, I was an adventurous girl. I used to play gully cricket. I used to ride bikes of whomsoever, my friends, my siblings. So I was always adventurous. But I think uh, as an Indian woman, as an Indian girl, the societal pressure is always there. But thankfully, I had very, very supportive parents. They never stopped me doing any unconventional things and they always encouraged me to do this. So, but as a kid, I couldn't own a bike or buy a bike that time. I couldn't even ask my parents to, give me a bike. But when I had my daughter and when she was around 2 years old, I I remember I had a thought in my mind that I have to give her a world. I want to show her the world where her mother is chasing the dreams unapologetically. So that was the time when I started biking again. And because I wanted to show her that you can do it all if you believe in herself. If you believe in yourself, you can do it anything in this world. So that was the time when I started my biking journey again.
Yeah. So you've been breaking stereotypes right from the beginning. That is an inspiration. And I also think that you've created that perfect environment for your daughter where she'll grow up thinking that there is nothing called gender disparity, there is no gender discrimination. She's seen both her parents thriving equally in both the roles, like personal and professional. So, I mean, I want to ask, what was your parents' first reaction when you expressed your interest in biking?
So I think when I was a kid, I remember that my parents were very supportive of this. It's like they have never stopped me. They obviously koi bhi parent us time mein when I'm talking about 2000, 1995 and 2000 era. Uh, but I remember जो मेरे फ्रेंड्स थे उनके पेरेंट्स ऑब्वियसली दे यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि यार तुम्हारे पेरेंट्स कैसे करने देते हैं तुम लड़कों के साथ क्रिकेट खेलते हो तुम बाइक चलाती हो हाउ इज दिस पॉसिबल आई वाज लाइक यार मेरे पेरेंट्स करते हैं सपोर्ट एंड दे नेवर स्टॉप मी टू फ्रॉम डूइंग एनीथिंग आई हैव अ यंगर ब्रदर एंड हम दोनों साथ में खेलते थे क्रिकेट खेलते थे बाइक चलाते थे बट द एरा वॉज वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट एंड टुडेज वर्ल्ड आई थिंक द पेरेंट्स आर वेरी वेरी इनकरेजिंग अगर कोई किसी का इंटरेस्ट होता है किसी भी अनकन्वेंशनल फील्ड में दे सपोर्ट देयर किड्स एंड दे encourage their kid. So I think उस टाइम पे उतनी opportunities नहीं थी. If I would have grown in this era, it would have been very, very different. But yeah, I would say things have definitely changed. Yeah.
So, do you remember your first biking experience?
I totally remember my first biking experience as a kid. I was just 14 years old when I touched that bike and it was my friend's brother's bike and he was riding the bike and I just showed my interest that I want to ride this bike and he just helped me out. So that was in a very small city in UP. It was in Jhansi, I remember.
Okay.
That the first time I rode that bike. But I think that was just the starting phase. There was no safety gears that time. कुछ proper training नहीं होती थी. आजकल तो इतने सारे training schools हैं, safety gears हैं. So I think anyone who wants to start biking in today's time, they should go for a training school. They should learn how to ride a bike. They should go with all the safety gears which were not there at our time.
I think it's inevitable now.
It is inevitable. It is inevitable if you're on road.
So, you've switched from corporate, right?
Right.
You had to let go of some of the things when you got married.
Right.
How did you feel back then?
I think it was my choice. So whenever it is your choice, the consequences, whatever is going to be, whether it's going to be good or bad, it's your choice. So I remember after working for 12 years in corporate, I left my job in 2018 when my daughter was 3 or 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old, yes. And I wanted to give her more time. And I was juggling between work and life and giving time to her. I used to be guilty a lot of times when I was in office till 9 p.m. in the night, and I used to come late. I used to go early morning. Then I thought, no, it's not worth it. I just have one daughter and I have to give her time. And there will be a lot of other opportunities which will be coming on my way, you know.
Of course.
So I can do whatever I want to do. So that was the time I left my job and transition into content creation and yeah,
Right.
biking.
So, as you said, you felt guilty. Do you think that men also go through the same feeling when they return home late from work?
Uh, I don't know that, but yeah, if you would ask me frankly, I would say that mom guilt is for real,
Yes.
and dad guilt, I'm not sure because
I think we're
we are
conditioned to
conditioned.
think that
We are
way.
conditioned in that way. Actually, the problem is in I don't know whether it is about the Indian society or it is same internationally abroad as well. But Indian moms are designed to be like this, whether
Yes.
they're working, whether they're entrepreneurs, whether they're leaders, they always have this in back of their mind, you know, playing back of their mind ki how they're going to run their house, you know, ghar pe kya ho raha hoga, how their kids are going to be, and this guilt thing ki agar unko work trips pe bhi jana hai to guilt hai, if they're leaving their homes for work, they're always on guilt.
But I feel that the coming generation will have a different perspective towards things because now we as parents are not cultivating that sort of conditioning or that sort of environment where mothers are taking the prime role in upbringing.
Totally. I totally agree with this. I think our generation is going to be very, very different from what we are because our upbringing was very different from their upbringing. For example, if I talk about my daughter, she has seen both because my husband is a work from home husband. He stays at home more than me. So she has seen both the worlds.
And that is amazing. I think that's how it should be for the coming
Right.
children. So Nupur, women back then, if they were told no for something, it was like a stern no for them. There was no ifs and buts. But today, they have a voice. They want to fight for something that is rightly theirs. And they feel that, कि इसमें मना करना ही क्यों है? हम क्या गलत मांग रहे हैं? अगर हमें काम करना है तो
Right.
अच्छी बात है ना? Because we're equally educated.
So I think that change was very, very important. I've seen my mom, I've seen my grandmom, I've seen a lot of other women from that particular era, and I've seen myself, my friends, my siblings from this particular generation. And I think there is no harm if you are educated, if you're earning same as your husband, and there's a lot of awareness now amongst this generation that if you want to do something, just do it. And just ask for that and just tell your aspirations to your family and do it. There's no point taking that no from your family, spouse, or society, or anyone else. If you think that is thing for you to do it, just do it.
I think this is where feminism also comes.
Right. And people take it as like women are getting aggressive, but it is not about being aggressive. It is just about telling what you want to do and doing what you want to do. And nothing wrong in it.
Equality in terms of
Right,
everything.
equality.
I think the day women can do what they want to do without the fear of
Right.
being judged.
Right.
I think that is the day when we become empowered.
Right. I think that point is still to come. I would not say that we are still there. Maybe another 10 years, 20 years, maybe our kids are going to see that kind of era. But we are somewhere in middle. We are fighting for it. They are going to get it, without any fear of judgment.
So, my friends, they're going through this process of arranged marriage, meeting people, and they would call me and they would say, यार आजकल भी हमसे ही पूछा जा
खाना बनाना आता है.
खाना बनाना आता है कि नहीं? And I'm
Right.
serious. Like, we have to answer
Right.
such questions. We have a
Yeah.
master's degree,
Right.
not to show off, but I mean, this is the basic education which we all have today. And we're still telling them कि हमें दाल बनानी
बिल्कुल.
आती है कि नहीं.
It is ridiculous. And I would also like to add here, it's not about only khana banana. It's not about raising the kids. It's not about taking care of the family. It is about अगर आपको ये अच्छा लगता है, like अगर मुझे cooking
Yes.
अच्छी लगती है, then of
Then of
course I would love to cook for my family. I would love to take care of the house. But if I am working, if I have a very tiring job where I'm spending a lot of time in my work, or I'm pursuing my passion where I am supposed to be outside traveling or doing whatever, that I am not supposed to take care of household things. There will be
Yes.
a help. I will be taking care of that. That everything is going to be in place, but that's like, shouldn't be on me 100%.
That should define
Right,
us
as a
as a
woman.
woman. That we are female, so we are
Supposed to do
supposed to
that.
be
Yeah,
duty bound
right.
to these
Totally.
things.
We are not in a
I mean,
box to do
yeah.
that. If we
Yeah. Even the damat answer कि उन्हें क्या
Right,
बनाना
right,
आता है
right,
खाने में, it
right.
should be that equal.
100%, 100%.
And then that will be the day when we can say yes, we have
We
progressed.
still have to reach that stage.
Yeah. So, Nupur, what advice would you give to the women out there who wish to do something in life but feel very reluctant, maybe because of the gender stereotypes which the society has established for women?
I think I would say start small, but start somewhere. Often we think that we need to figure out everything before we take that first step. That first step is so difficult, but trust me, you don't have to worry about taking that first step. Just take that first step. When I started writing again, I had so many questions in my mind. I was a mother of 2-year-old daughter, and I had just left my corporate job. I had nothing. I had nothing in my mind what I wanted to do in my life, but I took that first step. So I think that first step is so important. And surround yourself with people who uplift you. Who inspires you, who motivates you. So I think those like-minded people are very, very important in your life. So these are the things I would like to tell every woman.
Take
Take
that
that
first
first
step.
step.
I think the journey after becomes much easier when you gather the courage to take that one step.
Right.
So, ever since I was a child, my grandfather used to say that, beta, you have to do something in life. And I used to be like, isn't that obvious? मतलब
Every
तो
करने
करने
ही है,
हैं
सभी
ना,
करते
ये
हैं।
करने हैं। अब मैं पढ़ने जा रही हूँ तो ऐसे तो नहीं जा
Yeah.
रही. But it was only much later in life that I realized कि actually things are so different for a woman. She has to prove herself
Every time, every
harder.
step.
Every step. And I think you've mentioned this before also. Once you're a mother, you have to, again prove that, you have to convince people that I can still do it. Because they again see you in a different light.
But I think once you reach that stage of, crossing this, proving yourself wala part, I've crossed that stage. I don't have to prove anything to
yeah.
anyone now. So you just that's what I'm telling everyone. If you have taken that step, you are going to that barrier. You're going to cross that barrier, and you have to cross that barrier. And once you cross that barrier, everything is achievable.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, you can just chase your dreams and follow your passion.
So yes, everybody, we should all take that
Yeah.
first step and get
Right.
inspired by you. So Nupur, can you tell us of a challenge that you may have faced in your biking journey and how did you overcome it?
I think challenges are part of a woman's life. So,
right
right
from
from
the
the beginning,
beginning.
challenges are part of her life. And same was into biking. It's a male dominated field. Everybody knows that biking is a male dominated field. And when we enter into this field, everybody looks onto us as, अच्छा ये लड़की है, ये बाइक चलाएगी, देखें कैसे चलाती है, अभी गिर जाएगी, and बस उसको तो फोटो खिंचानी होगी बाइक पे and all that stuff.
Instagram के लिए.
You get all those things when you start entering into this field. But as I said, if you want to do something, if you're passionate about it, you have to do it without seeing all the negativity around. And I did the same. I proved myself. Initially, everybody has to prove themselves, and I did the same. And I equally rode the kilometers with them. I have done Leh Ladakh, with them among 25 riders. And so when they see that, a girl is equally capable, equally talented to do what they are doing. Initially, काफ़ी सारे लड़के थे जिसने लेह लद्दाख में हम मेरे से रेस लगाने की भी कोशिश करी. उनको लगा हम रेस लगाएंगे, ये भी रेस लगाएगी. But I was like, no, I'm not here to race with you. I'm not here to do any competition with anyone. I'm here to,
It's your own
yes,
journey.
this is my journey. I'm here to enjoy my journey. I was riding on my own pace. They did few of the stunts and those racing things, which I
Marketing.
ignored. But yeah, you get to see all those things, on face. But यही है, challenges तो आते रहते हैं, but you just have to overlook and do what you want to do and be good at it. Be good at it. You don't need to do anything which is just to show off the world.
Yeah.
If you feel it is going to give you joy, it is going to give you that feeling of contentment, you do it. Otherwise, there's a lot of things to do in this world.
This just reminded me of this saying that there is a there is some sort of masculine energy in a female, but there is no feminine energy in a male.
That's true.
Yeah. So I think that pretty much aligns with your passion.
I think there's a saying this as well, that a woman can do everything a man can do, but I don't think the same is applicable to a man, because I don't think so. A man can handle everything the way a woman does, taking care of the family, doing their work, and with so much resilience, with so much of, love and warmth and everything. So it's difficult, because I think it's been made like this. God has created women like this, and God has created men like that.
So, since you go in these groups for biking, have you ever experienced any sort of teasing from the men?
I think nowadays the teasing thing has reduced a lot. I have not seen a lot of teasing as such, though there are glances, but the teasing has stopped drastically, and especially in metros where we are staying in. I am not sure whether it is same in tier 2 cities or tier 3 cities, but yeah, not eve teasing or anything like that. But yeah, there are glances. They are like, oh my God, okay, like that, judgments. But then after some time, that also mellows down.
Like I've heard a lot of times whenever somebody takes a wrong turn or does something, ladki chala rahi hogi. So this, I don't know why, but this is
It
still
is going to be there.
and it is so annoying.
To stop this, there's a minority, there's a majority. When a lot of women are going to start doing what men are doing, and if you're talking about biking here, if you're going to see like 30-40% of the women on road equally with men, this will also stop. Right now, it is a very small percentage of female riders or female bikers you will see on road. That's why it's there.
So Nupur, how do you manage to be such a great mom that you are while being an adventurous biker?
I think for me, being a mom and biking are two sides of a same coin. Biker mom. That's why my Insta handle is Noops the Biker Mom. Because I think biking teaches me resilience and focus, the qualities which I bring in my parenting. And being a mom stay me very calm and very, I can pursue my passion when I, see my daughter, and because she's so supportive. And I would say that these are the things which are very close to my heart. And I want to keep a perfect balance to both my adventure journey and being a mom. I stay at home a lot of time. I spend time with her, and then when I'm stepping out, she knows that I love this. I love doing this. So she's very supportive. I've left her home for a lot of trips, and she's at home and she talks to me over phone, but she's very happy for my journey. She's very happy, and I also take her with me for a lot of adventurous things which I do, which I can manage and which she can manage. So I involve her in a lot of my adventure journey.
How nice. So you're like a perfect role model for her.
I don't know, you can ask her.
So does she also aspire to be a biker someday? Does she look up to?
I have no idea as of now, but she loves to be my pillion as of now.
Yeah.
And I would just going to give her all the liberty, whatever she wants to do when she grows up. I'm never going to burden her with anything that, you have to be this or that. I want to give her all kind of liberty when she grows up.
How wonderful. That's what we need. We need a lot more of this kind of environment. So Nupur, how do you think biking has empowered you as a woman?
I think definitely biking has empowered me as a woman, because I think it symbolizes the three main, pillars of being empowered: strength, freedom, and self-reliance. And biking has given me all those three things. And it's not just about riding a bike. It's about, pushing the boundaries. It's about breaking the stereotypes, doing what a woman can do unconditionally. If they want to do it, they can do it. So it's about all that. So it has given me a lot of empowerment.
Yes, I can just imagine on a two-wheeler all by yourself, taking that journey alone to your dream destination. I can't even imagine.
It's just like wings. You have got wings, and and the main part is you are in that moment when you are driving a car, or when you are going in a train, or going in any of the other vehicle, I would say.
Transport.
The journey on a bike is totally different, because you are right there at that particular moment, watching everything. You don't have anything in your mind apart from that road, about that, the environment you are watching while riding. So
I think you're also away from all the white
all the
noise.
white noise, totally.
There is nobody
Nobody,
to,
nobody.
interrupt your thoughts.
100%. So
Yeah.
it's
It's like
it's a
meditation, I
meditation, it's a
feel.
therapy, and especially
Yeah.
if you're going towards hills, mountains where there's no traffic, there's no the roads are calmer, you have a beautiful nature around you, so it's therapy.
So what's the longest ride that you've taken?
I've taken Leh Ladakh and Pangong, so that was the longest ride and the most beautiful ride and the journey in 2022.
So, do you ever have to like prepare yourself physically also? Because obviously, I mean, I don't know how many stops do you take along the journey
Uh, yes, if you're like for us, we used to do around maximum of 6 to 7 hours of journey in a day
at
at
a
a
stretch.
stretch. So I think that is manageable. But a lot of riders and a lot of people do at a stretch of 12 to 14 hours of, I think maybe for that you need some kind of training or some kind of physical activity. But otherwise it is 6 to 7 hours of in a day of biking is anybody can take if
It's
it's very
comfortable.
comfortable. Yeah.
How nice. How can we better support women who've taken up unconventional life choices like biking?
I think first of all, we should start normalizing, unconventional choices. We should just treat it as normal as it is, like
As
biking.
normal
Yeah,
as
like there are a lot of women who are pilots, who are becoming astronauts, and who are taking a lot of unconventional fields. So I think the first thing first is just normalize this, and the second thing is I would say creating the safe environment. I think creating the safe environment is very very important because uh,
it opens a lot of
it opens a lot of
opportunities.
opportunities because if I see myself, I stop myself from doing a lot of things because I don't see India as a safe country for me to riding to a lot of places which I want to ride alone. I want to do solo trips. I want to do a lot of things, but I don't have that courage to do it, seeing so many cases in India.
Yes.
So I stick to my group rides. I stick to few of the rules which are being laid for us. Like you don't have to ride late in the nights. You have to stop before the sunset and a lot of other things. So I think creating that safe space
Is very
is
important.
very very important. And third, I would say the support system for a woman is very very important, whether we have already spoken about this and I'm again reiterating this, that family support, the society support, the friends supports is very very important in encouraging any woman or empowering them or um, letting them take that unconventional step towards achieving their goals in life.
So, when we talk about such unconventional life choices, I still dream of that day when there will be a woman standing in the Indian cricket team. I think we're all somewhere waiting for that evolution to happen.
I remember when I used to play cricket, I had a dream of, being in Indian cricket team. I was such a huge fan of all the cricketers. I was a good sportsman, woman, I would say, not women, sportswoman. And but yeah, we didn't had that opportunities
I
that
think there
time.
are movies also where a girl is dressing up as a man and she's
Right.
trying to enter the hockey
Yeah,
team, the
I
cricket
remember.
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, but we still have to wait for that day. I hope that day comes soon.
Hoping, seriously. So, Nupur, what is that end game of yours, the ultimate dream, the this is it moment that you've been waiting for?
I think I want to be remembered. My ultimate dream is I want to be remembered as someone who has inspired others to break free from limitations and live authentically and, live your dream life. This is your life. You can write your own script. There's no script for you. God has given you an empty slate. So write your own story.
So, Nupur, this closely aligns with my dream as well. Like I started Fem Forward with a vision कि एक लड़की, एक औरत भी अगर inspire होती है and she's able to do something with her life and gather that courage, I'll feel like I've done something for somebody and I think I'll sleep better.
राइट आई थिंक मेरा ऐसा कुछ ड्रीम तो नहीं था बट अब जब मैं अपनी जर्नी देखती हूँ एंड मेरे पास इतने सारे लोगों के मैसेजेस आते हैं मेरे इंस्टाग्राम पे वेयर दे मुझे बोलते हैं कि वी आर सो इंस्पायर्ड टू सी योर जर्नी आप जब बाइकिंग करते हैं मुझे लगता है यार मैंने ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं किया है लाइफ में बट व्हेन आई सी देयर मैसेजेस आई फील सो इन ग्रैटिट्यूड द लव आई गेट एंड अगर मुझे लगता है कि मैं मेरी वजह से 2 या 3 लोग भी उस जर्नी को अपनी जर्नी को स्टार्ट कर पाएँ एंड कुछ ऐसा कर पाएँ जो वो करना चाहते हैं, आई विल बी ग्रेटफुल।
You are a very sweet person. I mean, I remember I approached you for a podcast and you were like, yes, of course, why not? And you were all in for talking about women empowerment.
I am totally game for it because I feel this from my heart. from my heart.
I can see that. And it's so inspiring to talk to you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Priti.
So, Nupur, before we go, what is that last message that you would like to share with the viewers?
I think I would say dream big and live passionately. It's just one life you have got. So make it yours, write your own script, do whatever you want to do, you know. I think as a kid, I remember हमें यही सिखाया जाता था that, you know, उतना ही ड्रीम करना चाहिए जितना अचीव कर सकते हो. एक शायद कहावत थी कि उतनी पैर फैलाने चाहिए जितनी चादर हो. So I think that narration is changed now. I totally don't believe in that, and I'm not gonna teach the same to my kid. I would say कि आप जितना बड़ा सोच सकते हो, जितने बड़े ड्रीम दे सकते हो, आपको उतने देखने चाहिए because there's no harm in it. जब तक आप बड़े ड्रीम्स देखोगे नहीं, आप उनको पूरा कैसे करोगे? So I think dream big is my motto, and living my life to the fullest is my motto. And I would also like to add here to all my listeners is आप कहीं पे भी पहुंच जाओ, surround yourself with people who uplift you, who motivates you, who loves you genuinely and unconditionally. Because I've seen a lot of people in my journey. सब साथ में ही थे हम लोग, and पर अब अगर मैं उनको देखती हूँ, उनके पास कोई रियल फ्रेंड्स नहीं है, यू नो, टू क्लैप फॉर यू, टू गिव यू अ टाइट हग, यू नो, टू चीयर फॉर यू. तो वो सारे जो लोग होते हैं आपकी जर्नी में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं. तो वो स्टेयर्स चढ़ने की एक जो सबको ड्रीम बिग स्टेयर्स चढ़नी है, उसमें ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि जो आपके एक्चुअल में जो रियल लोग हैं आप उनको छोड़ के स्टेयर्स, चाहे आप 2 स्टेयर्स कम चढ़ो, बट दोज पीपल शुड बी विद यू व्हेन you are climbing those stairs. And the last message which I want to give to everyone is believe in yourself, because if you're going to believe in yourself, the world will too.
Yes, true. And you know, when you talk about that sky's the limit and you should dream big, I also realized that a man dreamt of going to the moon. Na? He obviously dreamt very big. Otherwise, तो ये कभी possible ही नहीं था.
आप आज कोई भी, आई थिंक किसी को भी इंस्पिरेशनल मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर्स को अगर आप सुनोगे, दे टॉक अबाउट मैनिफेस्टेशन, दे टॉक अबाउट विजन बोर्ड्स. सो दिस इज व्हाट, this is just creating a vision board for yourself which is out of your reach today, but you're going to reach only when you're going to, you know, vision it कि आप ये वहाँ पे पहुँचोगे. तो वो विजन तो होना चाहिए.
I mean, there are endless possibilities now with the technological advancements and also. Why shouldn't we dream big? We should definitely dream big. Anything
Dream
is
big.
possible in this world.
100%.
So thank you, Nupur, for sharing such inspiring stories. It was such an amazing talk with you today. I am only feeling so empowered कि मैं कुछ नया करूँगी. I will unleash my potential. I'll try to dream bigger, as you said.
Right.
And sky's the limit for everybody,
Everyone.
all the women out there. And we should just, you know, treat each day like a new opportunity in life.
Right. Thank you so much, Smriti. It was wonderful being with you and talking to you, your viewers, and discussing, I think, so many important topics which we discussed today. So thank you so much for bringing
Thank
me
you.
here.
So thank you guys for tuning into the episode of Fem Forward. If you're someone who wishes to share their story with the world, please do DM us on Instagram. Until next time, stay empowered and keep smiling.